welcome to this video. So in this video we are going to see how to get the data from SQL Server in the Python data frame. So let me run this query. So you have an output here. So this is a simple SQL query where it actually gets the data from the consolidated table, and also it does a left join from this Q table and get the required data accordingly. Yeah, let's see how to get this data into our Python data frame. So let me go to the Python. Yeah, so before that we need to have two important things. Is one is the pandas library, two is the pyodbc. Let me import these two libraries. Import pandas as pd and import pyodbc. So now that we have imported these two libraries, we are good to have the connection established and run the SQL query and put it in our data frame. So let's say give a variable as connection conn equals pyodbc dot connect. So inside this parenthesis we are going to give very importantly three things. One is driver, that is nothing but your SQL server. Two, the server, the SQL server name. Three, the database name. Yeah, so let us write it here. So driver equals, put it in the flower bracket, that is this SQL server. So Python is always case sensitive. Please pay attention and work accordingly, and always check for your spellings if you get any errors. Yeah, so second thing that we are going to give here is the server name. So since I'm using my local PC server, I'm just giving as local. We are good to go to the next, that is the database name. So database equals, so in my SQL server I've seen that I'm using the server table as database as training underscore db. I'm just taking the same thing, and database equals training underscore db with the semicolon at the end of each statement, and then say trusted connection underscore connection equals yes. So these are the prerequisites that we have to follow and get it. So let me wrap it up again. So to connect to the ODBC we need the driver, so to the SQL server, and we need the server, the name of the server, database, the name of the database, and the trusted connection. Yes, it should be yes. So now we are good to write the data into a data frame. So now let's give a good name for a data frame. So I will say SQTBL, any name, doesn't matter, but you name it, you mean it, as simple as that. So now I'm going to use this PD library, pandas library, PD dot read underscore excel, sorry, read underscore SQL underscore query. Yeah, so here we are going to write the query, and we are going to write it in single quotes, and then we are going to give the connection parameter, that is the connection. So now we need to write any SQL queries inside here, so we can actually use the SQL queries that are running successfully in our SQL Server Management Studio. Just copy this code, yeah, and paste it in the editor window here. But if you look at here, if you give a single quote, what happens is it just reads as end of line and it goes to the second line, which is an error. So if you run it, you'll be able to see it is having an error while scanning the string, that is EOL, is end of line error that we are getting here. So how to avoid this? It's very simple. All that you need to do is don't put single quotes, yeah, rather put 3 times single quotes. Yeah, so first 3 for the beginning and last 3 at the end. So in between you paste your SQL query, whichever is running perfectly fine in the SQL Server Management Studio. Now let's run this query and see. We are going to get the output as expected, like how we used to get in the SQL Server Management Studio. So we should have 1374 rows, and yeah, the new column should have come. So the query has executed successfully. Let's see the data that is there in the data frame. Yeah, we have got the data. Yeah, we have 1374 rows and 12 columns. So any SQL query which is running perfectly fine, you should be able to copy paste and run the query. So you can reuse this query editor all the time. So just be careful here. Just update your server name and also update your database name and enter the query, and this piece of code should definitely help you to run any of your SQL Server Management Server queries. Thanks for watching this video. Have a good time.